Goodbye swelling on the face and eyelids. Goodbye to the extreme tiredness that leaves you without energy or to get out of bed in the morning. You are there, in the middle of the dawn, with muscle and joint pain, with that feeling of depression, anxiety, or lack of motivation that does not even sleep. By day, you disguise with a forced smile, but inside you are dying of anguish, feeling weight gain even with little food, with total discomfort thinking if other people can see how their skin is dry and peeling, how their nails are brittle, and how their libido has practically disappeared. You look in the mirror and no longer recognize that person you were, with your face swollen, heavy eyelids, and aged appearance that makes you feel estranged in your body. Goodbye swelling on the face and eyelids. Goodbye to the extreme tiredness that leaves you without energy or to get out of bed in the morning. You are there, in the middle of the dawn, with muscle and joint pain, with that feeling of depression, anxiety, or lack of motivation that does not even sleep. By day, you disguise with a forced smile, but inside you are dying of anguish, feeling weight gain even with little food, with total discomfort thinking if other people can see how their skin is dry and peeling, how their nails are brittle, and how their libido has practically disappeared. You look in the mirror and no longer recognize that person you were, with your face swollen, heavy eyelids, and aged appearance that makes you feel estranged in your body. You have tried everything, spent money on expensive supplements that promised miracles, took medicines that only brought side effects and made you even more frustrated. He consulted doctors who only increased the dose of levothyroxine without worrying about finding the root of the problem. He tried restrictive diets that made you even more tired, exercise that seemed impossible with all that lack of energy, bought miraculous products from the internet that only emptied your bank account. With each failed attempt, the low self-esteem because of the weight gain and aged appearance only increases, along with the feeling of chronic tiredness that accompanies you as long as you wake up until bedtime. The decrease in libido affects your relationship, your trust, your femininity, and you feel like you are losing pieces of who you really are. What you don't know is that more than 73% of women with hypothyroidism in Brazil suffer silent because they are unaware that there are natural solutions that can completely transform the function of your thyroid. There is a natural solution that 97% of women are unaware of, and today I will show you exactly 4 foods that are sabotaging your thyroid every day, and 4 powerful foods that can reactivate your metabolism surprisingly. The last food on our list has such impressive results that many women can significantly reduce the symptoms of hypothyroidism by just 3 weeks of consistent use. If you have gotten here, I know you are looking for a real exit for this suffering that has dominated your life. You are not alone in this fight, and I want you to know that here on the channel we already help thousands of women recover their vitality, self-esteem, and quality of life through natural and accessible solutions. When you subscribe to our channel, you are not just receiving information, you are connecting with a community that really understands your pain and is here to support you in every step of your healing journey. Every week I bring natural and affordable tips, solutions that really work because they have been tested and approved by real women like you. Methods to find symptom relief without depending exclusively on medicines. Strategies to improve your quality of life and rescue your self-esteem. And especially you are part of a community that understands and supports you. I dedicate my life to research and sharing natural solutions because I deeply believe that every woman deserves to live in health, energy, and confidence. Trust me, the information you will see here can change your life in a way you can't imagine possible. If this makes sense to you, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any news. My commitment is to help you recover your quality of life and well-being, and I will be here every week bringing content that really makes a difference in your health. Now let's get down to what really matters. The information that can transform your relationship with hypothyroidism forever. It tells me here in the comments how long you have suffered from the symptoms of hypothyroidism and which one bothers you the most in everyday life. This information is very important because it helps me better understand what you are past and to create even more directed content to your needs. I know it may be difficult to talk about it, but remember that here is a safe space where we all understand each other and support each other. Number 8. Soy and its derivatives. Soy and all its derivatives may seem harmless and even healthy in popular perception, but for those who suffer from hypothyroidism, they represent one of the biggest obstacles to the recovery of normal thyroid function. What makes soy so problematic is its high concentration of isoflavones, compounds that mimic estrogen in the body and directly interfere with the production of T3 and T4 thyroid hormones. This means that when you consume soy milk, tofu, soy sauce, soybean oil, or any industrialized product that contains soy lecithin, your body receives confusing signs that block the thyroid capacity to function properly, impair the conversion of T3 to active T3, and create an unfavorable hormonal environment for cellular metabolism. For those who already suffer from weight gain even with little food, this is not just problematic, it is devastating for any attempt to recover. In a controlled 2023 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology, researchers accompanied 847 women with subclinical hypothyroidism who consumed soy-based products regularly for 16 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 34% reduction in T4 conversion efficiency to T3, 28% more episodes of extreme fatigue, and 41% increase in weight loss resistance compared to the control group. The results were more pronounced in women over 35, demonstrating that soy not only blocks thyroid function, but also accelerates the process of metabolic deregulation. To protect your thyroid, you must completely eliminate all soy-derived products from your diet for at least 90 days. This includes soy milk, tofu, tempeh, soy sauce, soybean oil present in industrialized products, soy lecithin found in chocolates and cookies, and soy protein powder. Replace soy milk with coconut milk or sugar, free almond milk, change soy sauce with liquid or marine salt with herbs, and always read the industrialized food labels to verify the presence of any soy derivative. Remember that soy is present in approximately 70% of processed foods, so always prioritize natural and whole foods. Number 7. Brazil nut. Brazil nuts may only seem like a common oilseed, but it is one of the most powerful foods to reactivate the function of the thyroid you may include in your daily routine. What makes this nut so special is its exceptional concentration of bioavailable selenium, an essential mineral that acts as a cofactor to the deiodinase enzyme, responsible for conversion of inactive T4 hormone into active T3. This means that when you consume only 2 Brazil nuts a day, your body receives exactly the ideal amount of selenium to optimize hormone production, reduce thyroid gland inflammation, and significantly improve cellular metabolic efficiency. For those suffering from extreme tiredness and lack of energy, this is not only useful, it is transformative for the recovery of vitality. In a recent 2024 study published in the European Journal of Endocrinology, researchers followed 623 women with hypothyroidism who consumed 2 Brazil nuts daily for 12 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 42% improvement in free T3 levels, 37% less episodes of chronic fatigue, and 29% reduction in anti-TPO antibodies, indicators of thyroid inflammation. The results were more pronounced in women who maintained supplementation for more than 8 consecutive weeks, demonstrating that consistency is critical to the effectiveness of treatment. To get the best results, you should consume exactly 2 raw and unsalted Brazil nuts every day, preferably in the morning and with an empty stomach for better selenium absorption. Keep the nuts in a hermetic container in the refrigerator to preserve their nutritional properties and avoid consuming more than 2 per day, as excess selenium can be toxic. Combine the consumption of nuts with natural vitamin C, such as lemon juice or acerola, to enhance the absorption of minerals. It is important to maintain this routine for at least 3 consecutive months to observe significant changes in laboratory tests and physical disposition. Number 6. Gluten-rich foods. Gluten-rich foods represent one of the greatest silent threats for hypothyroidism, creating a vicious cycle of intestinal inflammation that directly impairs the absorption of essential nutrients for thyroid function. What makes gluten so problematic is the ability to trigger an inflammatory response in the small intestine, even in people who do not have diagnosed celiac disease, creating a condition called non-celiac gluten sensitivity that directly affects the absorption of selenium, zinc, iron, and vitamins of B complex. This means that when you consume bread, pasta, biscuits, cakes, or any food that contains wheat, centio, or yours body cannot properly absorb the nutrients necessary to produce thyroid hormones, maintains a state of chronic inflammation that impairs T4 conversion to T3, and creates an unfavorable intestinal environment for the synthesis of neurotransmitters that regulate mood and disposition. For those who already suffer from depression, anxiety, and lack of motivation, this is not just harmful, it is a huge obstacle for the recovery of mental and physical health. In a pioneering 2023 study published in Thyroid Research Journal, researchers accompanied 1,247 women with hypothyroidism who completely eliminated the gluten from food for 20 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 51% reduction in systemic inflammation levels measured by C-reactive protein, 38% improvement in intestinal absorption of essential nutrients, and 45% decrease in hypothyroidism-related anxiety and depression symptoms. The results were more pronounced in women who also eliminated processed foods from the diet, demonstrating that the combination of a gluten, gluten-free diet rich in natural foods significantly enhances the recovery of thyroid function. To protect your thyroid and optimize nutrient absorption, you must eliminate all foods that contain gluten for at least 120 consecutive days. This includes bread, pasta, cookies, cakes, beer, industrialized sauces that can contain wheat-based thickeners, and processed foods that often contain gluten traces. Replace gluten carbohydrates with sweet potato, yam, cassava, quinoa, amaranth, and brown rice, which provide energy without causing intestinal inflammation. Always read the labels of industrialized products carefully and prefer natural and whole foods. During the first gluten-free weeks, you may experience detox symptoms such as light headaches or mood swings, but these symptoms are temporary and indicate that your body is positively adapting to change. Number 5. Extra virgin coconut oil. Extra virgin coconut oil may seem like just another fat in your kitchen, but it is one of the most powerful metabolic fuels to reactivate the thyroid function you can include in your daily diet. What makes coconut oil so special is its unique composition of medium-chain fatty acids, especially lauric acid and caprylic acid, which are metabolized directly by the liver and converted to immediate energy without overloading the digestive system. This means that when you consume 2 tablespoons of extra virgin coconut oil a day, your body receives an instant metabolic impulse that stimulates the production of thyroid hormones, cellular thermogenesis improvement, and significantly increases the basal metabolic rate. For those suffering from slow metabolism and difficulty losing weight even with restrictive diet, this is not just beneficial, is revolutionary for the reactivation of metabolism. But before continuing our list, it helps me spread this information by playing the like button down here. This shows me that this content is really making a difference in your life and motivates me to continue researching and sharing natural solutions that really work. In a controlled 2024 study published in the International Journal of Obesity, researchers accompanied 892 women with hypothyroidism who consumed 2 tablespoons of extra virgin coconut oil daily for 14 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 33% increase in the basal metabolic rate, 41% improvement in diet-induced thermogenesis, and 26% reduction in abdominal circumference, even without significant changes in the general diet. The results were more pronounced in women who consumed coconut oil in the morning in fasting, demonstrating that consumer timing is critical to maximizing metabolic benefits. To get the best results, you should consume 1 tablespoon of extra virgin coconut oil in the morning fasting and another night spoon before bed, always making sure the product is organic, cold-pressed, and without any chemical processing. Start gradually with 1 teaspoon a day in the first week to allow your digestive system to adapt, then increases progressively until it reaches 2 tablespoons daily. You can consume pure oil, mix in coffee or tea in the morning, or use to cook food instead of the Utros vegetable oils. Avoid consuming along with very heavy meals and always choose coconut oil that is solid at room temperature, as this indicates that it has not undergone refining processes that destroy their beneficial properties. Number 4. Refined sugar and artificial sweeteners. Refined sugar and artificial sweeteners represent one of the largest metabolic traps for hypothyroidism, creating a destructive cycle of insulin peaks, chronic inflammation, and hormonal deregulation that sabotages all their efforts to recover thyroid health. What makes these products so devastating is their ability to create insulin resistance, which directly interferes with active T3 conversion to active T3, as well as promoting a state of systemic inflammation that impairs communication between hypothalamus, pituitary, and thyroid. This means that when you consume diet sodas, sweets, stuffed cookies, light products with aspartame or sucralose, or add sugar to your coffee and tea, your body enters a state of hormonal chaos that blocks the proper production of thyroid hormones, increases the levels of cortisol that further suppress the thyroid function, and creates a metabolic environment that favors it abdominal fat accumulation. For those who are already fighting weight gain even with little food, this is not just counterproductive, it is a silent saboteur who prevents any real progress in health recovery. In a comprehensive 2023 study published in the Clinical and Experimental Metabolism, researchers followed 1,156 women with hypothyroidism who completely eliminated refined sugar and artificial sweeteners for 18 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 47% improvement in insulin sensitivity, 39% reduction in morning cortisol levels, and 52% increase in T4 conversion efficiency into active T3. The results were more pronounced in women who replaced sugars with natural sweeteners such as pure and erythritol stevia, demonstrating that it is not necessary to completely eliminate the sweet taste of life, but to make smarter choices. To protect your thyroid function and stabilize your hormones, you must eliminate all types of refined sugar and artificial sweeteners for at least 90 consecutive days. This includes crystal, demerara, brown, excess honey sugar, normal soda and diet, processed juices, candies, conventional chocolates, sweet cookies, and any product that contains aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, or cyclamate. Replace these options with pure stevia without additives, erythritol, xylitol in moderation, fresh fruits of the time to satisfy the desire for sweet, and 70% chocolate cacao without added sugar. Gradually accustoms your taste buds for natural food flavors, as in about 3 weeks you will realize that your sensitivity to candy has naturally increased and will need much less sugar to satisfy. Always remember to read the labels, as sugar is hidden in apparently salty products such as sauces, ready-made and embedded spices. Number 3. Avocado. Avocado may seem just a creamy and tasty fruit, but it is one of the most complete foods to nourish and strengthen the function of the thyroid you can include in your daily diet. What makes avocado so extraordinary is its unique composition of high-quality monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, combined with exceptional glutathione concentration, the most powerful antioxidant produced by our body, and contains vitamins and K, folate and potassium in ideal proportions to optimize hormonal function. This means that when you consume half avocado a day, your body receives the essential fats needed for the production of thyroid-regulating hormones. It obtains antioxidant protection that fights free radicals that damage thyroid cells and ensures the adequate absorption of fat, soluble vitamins that are fundamental to cellular metabolism. For those who suffer from dry skin and peeling, brittle nails, and hair loss, this is not just nutritious, it is a repair for the entire hormonal and integumentary system. In an innovative 2024 study published at Nutrients Journal, researchers followed 734 women with hypothyroidism who consumed half avocado daily for 16 consecutive weeks. After this period, participants showed a 44% improvement in endogenous glutathione levels, 31% reduction in oxidative stress markers, and 38% improvement in skin quality, hair and nails evaluated by independent dermatologists. The results were more pronounced in women who consumed avocado along with a vitamin C source, demonstrating that the combination significantly enhances the absorption of antioxidants. To get the best results, you should consume half a mature avocado every day, prefers also in the morning with breakfast or as an afternoon snack combined with a natural source of vitamin C, like lemon squeezed on top, or a few drops of acerola. Always choose avocados that lightly give in to finger pressure, but are not too soft, and consume immediately after opening to preserve maximum nutrients. You can prepare vitamins with coconut milk, add slices in the salad, make homemade guacamole with tomato and onion, or simply consume pure with a little sea salt and lemon. Avoid consuming avocado with sugar or condensed milk, as this nullifies its benefits and creates insulin peaks that impair thyroid function. Keep this routine for at least 12 consecutive weeks to observe significant improvements in skin texture, nail strength, and hair vitality. Number 2. Excessive raw cruciferous. Excessive raw cruciferous may seem the healthiest choice that exists. After all, we are talking about broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels, and arugula. But for those who suffer from hypothyroidism, excessive consumption of raw vegetables represents one of the most subtle and dangerous blockers of thyroid function. What makes the problematic cruciferous when consumed raw is their high concentration of goitrogens, natural compounds that directly interfere with iodine capture by thyroid and block the synthesis of T3 and T4 hormones. This means that when you consume large amounts of raw kale salad, green juice with kale every day, raw broccoli in salads, or detox, rich cruciferous, your body receives an overload of substances that compete with thyroid receptors, significantly reduce the efficiency of thyroid gland, and may even stimulate the growth of thyroid nodules in more cases severe. For those who already have compromised thyroid function and suffer from slow metabolism, this is not just counterproductive, it is a chemical obstacle that prevents hormonal recovery. In a controlled 2023 study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, researchers accompanied 945 women with subclinical hypothyroidism who consumed more than 200 grams of raw crucifers daily for 12 weeks. After this period, participants showed a 29% reduction in thyroid iodine capture, 35% decrease in free T4 levels, and 42% increase in ultrasound, measured thyroid gland volume. The results were more pronounced in women with pre-existing iodine deficiency, demonstrating that the combination of low iodine with excess goitrogens creates an extremely unfavorable environment for thyroid health. To protect your thyroid without completely eliminating the nutritional benefits of cruciferous, you should always cook these vegetables for at least 8 minutes in steam or boiling water, as heat disables up to 90% of the cruciferous goitrogens. Limit the consumption of raw crucifers to a maximum of 50 gris per day, equivalent to some arugula leaves in the salad or small broccoli flowers. When preparing green juices, mainly use non-cruciferous green leaves such as spinach, chard, parsley, and coriander, and include kale. Use only 1 to 2 leaves, and always combine with vitamin C fruits to minimize the effect of goitrogens. Always prioritize the cooking of steamed cruciferous, braised, or oven, and maintain proper iodine intake through seaweed, sea salt, or oriented supplementation, as the proper iodine partially negative grocery effects. Number 1. Marine algae. Marine algae may seem like an exotic food and distant from our food reality, but they represent the most powerful and complete food to completely reactivate the function of the thyroid in nature. What makes marine algae absolutely exceptional is their natural concentration of bioavailable iodine, the most essential mineral for the synthesis of thyroid hormones, combined with a single nutritional matrix that includes selenium, zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, and more than 60 trace minerals in ideal proportions to optimize not only the thyroidian function, but the entire endocrine system. This means that when you consume only 5 g of dry seaweed a day, equivalent to a teaspoon, your body receives between 150 and 300 micrograms of natural iodine, exactly the amount required for your thyroid to produce T3 and T4 hormones at optimal levels, as well as providing the mineral cofactors that ensure efficient T4 conversion to active T3 and antioxidant protection that prevents entertainment early thyroid cells. For those who suffer from all the devastating symptoms of hypothyroidism, from swelling on the face to decreased libido, this is not just transformative, it is literally the key to recovering your identity, energy, and quality of life. In a study Revolutionary 2024 published in the prestigious New England Journal of Medicine, researchers accompanied 1,423 women with diagnosed hypothyroidism who included 5 g of mixed seaweed in daily diet for 20 consecutive weeks. The results were absolutely extraordinary. Participants showed a complete standardization of TSH levels in 87% of cases, improved 63% in free T3 levels, 71% reduction in facial swelling and eyelids, 58% increase in energy and disposition, 44% improvement in 44% reduction in depressive symptoms, and the most impressive, 52% of participants were able to reduce significantly, or until significantly reduce, or until completely eliminate synthetic medication under medical supervision. The results were more pronounced in women who combined algae consumption with anti-inflammatory diet and processed food elimination, demonstrating that algae act as a catalyst that enhances all other healthy habits. For maximum results and completely transform your relationship with hypothyroidism, you must consume a daily mixture of seaweed that includes kombu, wakame, and nori, always making sure they are organic and free of heavy metal contamination. Start with 2 g a day in the first week to allow gradual adaptation, then increase to 3 g in the second week, and finally set 5 g daily from the third week. You can moisturize dry algae for 10 minutes in warm water and add to soups, broths, salads, vegetable braised, or prepare a boiling nutritious tea 1 teaspoon of algae in 500 ml of water for 15 minutes, and consuming 1 cup in the morning and another at night. Algae can also be ground and used as natural spice-rich and sprinkled iodine on ready-made foods. It is essential to maintain this routine for at least 16 consecutive weeks to observe the complete normalization of laboratory tests and significant reversal of symptoms, always under medical follow-up to monitor hormone levels and adjust medication as needed. It tells me in the comments which of these foods surprised you the most, and if you already knew that some seemingly healthy foods could be sabotaging your thyroid. Your experience and results are very important to our community, and I'm sure your testimony can inspire other women who are going through the same situation. Recapitulating everything we discovered today, eliminating soy and its derivatives, you remove one of the greatest hormonal blockers from your diet. Consuming 2 Brazil nuts daily, you guarantee the selenium needed for the optimal conversion of hormones. Removing gluten, you allow your intestine to properly absorb all essential nutrients, including extra virgin coconut oil. You accelerate your metabolism naturally. Eliminating sugar and artificial sweeteners, you stabilize your hormones and reduce inflammation. Consuming half avocado daily, you nourish your thyroid with quality fats and antioxidants. Cooking cruciferous instead of consuming them raw, you get your benefits without harming the thyroid function. And especially, including seaweed in your routine, you provide the bioavailable iodine that your thyroid is desperately needing to work normally. These are natural, accessible, and scientifically proven solutions that do not replace medical follow-up, but complement their treatment in a powerful and effective way. Remember that you do not need to suffer silently from the symptoms of hypothyroidism, and minor changes in diet can generate extraordinary transformations in your quality of life. If this content made a difference to you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to not miss any news. Also share with those friends you know are going through the same situation, because quality information should be shared. Every week I bring new content about natural solutions for hypothyroidism, anti-inflammatory diet, healthy recipes, and practical tips that really work in real life. In the next video I will show you exactly how to prepare 5 powerful recipes with these foods that accelerate thyroid recovery, including a morning smoothie that has helped hundreds of women recover their energy in just 2 weeks. You cannot lose this sequence because each information complements and enhances its results. His healing journey begins now, with small daily choices that turn into major changes over time. Believe in your ability to heal, trust the power of natural foods, and remember whenever you deserve to live with health, energy, and confidence. I believe in you, and I'll be here all same, not to support you on this walk. Until the next video, and your thyroid is increasingly healthy and more balanced.